So many people going out and getting firearms, getting their concealed carry licenses. The record of firearm purchases has never been higher since it has ever been measured by the NICS system. Record high. The number of women going out and getting their firearms and getting concealed carry permits higher than it has ever been. And one of the individuals responsible for making that happen, helping these women to do this, is my friend Rick Ector. And he is a certified firearms instructor. He's a Second Amendment advocate. He is a training counselor. He does so much. He's up in Michigan. And get this, I got to share these numbers and brag on my friend for a moment because this is amazing. He has, and I know the numbers increased after this, he's helped empower 1,938 people just in like the last week or so, last couple weeks, to embrace their Second Amendment rights. 814 women. You have 814 women now who are refusing to be targets, who are not going to be victims. They are not going to go quietly into that night. Rick Ector, God bless you, my friend. I'm so happy that you're helping so many, and thank you for doing so. Welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you for having me on the show once again, Dana. It's always a pleasure for you to give me a forum to update what we're doing here in the Metro Detroit area. Always a pleasure to be on the show.
Of course. You have done so much for women, especially. I've been looking at all these women you've been helping, all these people you've been helping. Tell me a little bit, because have you noticed the increase in people who want to learn how to use a firearm, how to handle a firearm? Tell me what your experience has been and what you've seen in terms of increases.
Well, I've had a front row seat at this phenomenon for over the last 9 years. When I first started this charitable event that I do every year that gives women a free swim lesson, and we, with the virtue of sponsors, where we cover absolutely everything from a gun rental to ammunition, eyes, ears, personal protection equipment and gear, personal range safety briefing, and one-on-one instruction in the booth. 9 years ago when I started this project, I had 50 women take me up on the offer. Last year, as you mentioned, I had 814 women in one day take me up on this offer.
One day.
And, but this is last year. Now, let me amaze you at what me and my volunteers, the firearms trainers, did just the other week. We trained in one day, that Saturday, August 15th, we trained 1,200 women in one day. So that broke my one-day record. And then that following Sunday, the day after, on the 16th, at a different range, we trained another 738, which puts us at 1,938 women over that two-day weekend. And if you are asking me if there's an interest that women have in personal protection and firearms and learning how to use guns to protect themselves, it is a resounding yes, and they're responding in droves.
Oh, that is amazing. I am so happy to hear this. I'm so happy to hear this. This is fantastic. And 1,938 women. That's something else. And all of these women, were they, when they went and they met with you, these are women who have not carried before. They're not like, it's not like they go out and shoot regularly or go hunt or anything like that, right?
Yeah, the vast majority of them have never seen a real gun before ever, other than TV or maybe in a newspaper article. But they were curious about guns, and when you look at all the things that are simultaneously occurring in society today, we're trying to get the economy restarted. We're still dealing with the remnants of COVID, and we're looking at some of the violence that's unfolding on our television screen. It seems almost on a nightly basis, and the fact that it's a presidential election. All of these four simultaneously occurring events are happening all at the same time, and I would say that these forces coming together is what's driving a sense of angst amongst women, and they're responding in droves to the suggestion that they should take on a more active role in their personal protection.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, when you have certain politicians out there who talk about they would ban this gun or that gun or so-called assault weapons, which is really just code for semi-automatic rifles, that's worrisome. And women, particularly, I think as of late, have been really paying attention to this. Let me ask you this: what has been the most, the go-to firearm for them, like let's say handgun training, for instance? What's been the most popular handgun that you've noticed that women feel most comfortable using in training, and they seem to kind of gravitate towards carrying?
Well, the handguns, particularly those modern that are retailed by Glock and Smith and Wesson, are among the most popular. However, due to the economic forces at work currently,
Yes.
those popular handguns aren't readily available, and sometimes they're looking a little further down along the shelf to see what firearms are still in stock, and they're having to make some tough decisions over some models that they hadn't considered before. But
That's a good point.
they are definitely buying right now. This is the prime season for handgun purchases, and women are responding in droves.
It's always been said that, oh, well, no one really, AR-15s, that rifle is so demonized in the press and politically. But I remember several years ago, and I was reading, I can't remember what study it was, and I want to say it was some well-armed woman put out. And they said, oh, it's one of the most popular rifles for women. Is that still the case from what you're seeing? Because you've been training enough women where you would be the definitive expert on this. Is that still the case with women, that that's a popular rifle for them, and why do they choose it?
It's still a popular rifle for women. I would say not many women gravitate towards a long gun as a first choice personal protection tool, but as they become more acclimated to
Like
guns
home defense, yeah.
and using guns and home defense, and then once you start learning more about rifles, yeah, the AR-15 is a very popular gun in general, and women who are ready for owning a rifle are responding to that platform. As a matter of fact, there's a few who are gravitating towards AK-47s. But any choice that they make with regards to protecting the home, and, traditionally everyone think of as the woman as the principal caregiver of the home, and particularly in which, we're looking at single-parent households, and they are the primary caregiver. Defense of self is important, but defense of their babies and their loved ones and extended family is also important. So, yes, that's why I am an ardent, fervent supporter of the Second Amendment and push women towards taking on a more active role in their personal protection.
Amen to that. And to that point, everyone always talks about the soccer mom, the football mom, the basketball mom, hockey mom. Now it's the security mom, because everybody kind of sees a breakdown of law and order. Is that a lot of those women? Are they like the security moms coming out and seeing you? They're not like security moms anymore. It's like they're 2A moms now.
They're 2A moms, and the thing that I like most about what I do is that I have a front row seat at the changing demographics of gun ownership, and to see women who are looking at the headlines that we're seeing every day, and instead of just sitting there wondering what they're going to do, they're responding affirmatively by embracing gun ownership for the protection of self and their babies at home, and it's a great thing to see. And it's very satisfying for me personally.
I'm so happy that you're doing that, and God bless you, my friend, for helping so many women out there and empowering all these women. I love your timeline because you post all these photos of women and holding up their targets at the range. You got some. I'm really impressed with some of the groupings that these people got. I mean, some of them, I'm like, there's no way you're a first timer. You're cheating.
The thing that's most satisfying is when you get a first-timer in the booth and you give them patient, effective instruction, and they respond well, and they realize that they had this talent all along that they never knew about, and you get to display it and show it to them. And it's just the beaming, pride of a father watching their offspring do something good. It's great to see them respond so positively in terms of shooting.
I love that. And you're a fantastic trainer. And I can just tell, just knowing you, my friend, and knowing your patient temperament with that, that's awesome. And I'm grateful to you. Where can people go if they want to help, if they want to learn more, or if they're up, maybe there's we have stations in Michigan, we have affiliates up there. If they're in our listening audience, where can they go to find you and learn from you?
Man, I'm all over the place. I tell people, Google my name, Rick, R-I-C-K, last name Ector. I can be found under the handle Detroit CCW at YouTube,
Twitter.
over 2,200 videos. I'm on Twitter, Detroit CCW. I'm on Instagram. I'm all over the place. If you look for me, I swear you won't miss me.
There you go, right there. And we've tweeted him out as well. So, folks, if you go to my Twitter account, I got Rick Ector, his handle up there as well, and you can go and get in touch with him. Rick, God bless you, my friend. I'm so glad that you're doing what you're doing. I mean, just really, I don't know how to put it. I mean, you're just a rights champion and helping so many women and empowering so many women. Grateful for you. I hope to talk with you again soon. Take care, my friend, and Godspeed.